Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our highly anticipated webinar entitled The Triple Threat Solution Mastering Document Intelligence for Disputes, Audits, and Compliance in Construction. On behalf of PCSS, we are excited to have all of you with us today as we dive into today's webinar. My name is Angelina, and I will be your host for this afternoon session. Before we begin, let's go over a few housekeeping for details to ensure a smooth and engaging experience for everyone. First and foremost, please be informed that this webinar will be recorded for future viewing and to distribute to those who are unable to attend today. So if you miss any part of it, you don't have to worry. You can visit it on our YouTube channel and don't forget to subscribe. Secondly, we would like to request all participants to keep your microphones muted throughout the webinar. This will help to minimize any background noises and ensure everyone can hear our speaker clearly. And as we highly encourage the involvement from our audience, please feel free to drop your questions in the Slido, in which I will, which is currently there's a link that is being shared by Aina from BSIC. And she also she says shares the link to the Slido, and there will be also a QR code that will be displayed along the way. So if you have any questions, go hit the link and send our speakers some questions. Right. Thirdly, attendance will only be shared through QR code and at the end of this session, together with the feedback form. So do stay with us until the end of the session so that you are able to scan the QR code. Before we begin, I would like to do a little bit of introduction of PCSS. So PCSS is a premier project management solutions provider focused on enhancing organizational profits through the implementation of industry-leading practices. With expertise spanning from project management, uh, software training, integration, planning, and team management, we want to ensure our clients to have achieved the sustained success in project delivery. So backed by 35 collective experience in project controls, we offer specialized solutions that elevate capabilities and maintain a competitive advantage. As a one-stop shop, PCSS is committed to meeting diverse project management needs. Moreover, we specialize in digital construction, covering BIM, 4D simulations, optimization of tools such as drones, AR, VR, to name a few. And this emphasizes our dedication to staying technologically advanced and providing the innovative solution for the digital transformation of the construction industry in the region. And with that being said, we are all set for an informative and engaging session. So let's get back to the main event. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with a great pleasure today that I introduce our distinguished speaker. So please join me in welcoming Hafiz Zainudin. Uh, a little bit of his background. So Hafiz Zainudin is a seasoned technology expert. He's an AI steward and a visionary startup founder with over a decade
Tahun ni tak
experience
ada
in web development.
symposium lah.
Ha?
Symposium tak ada.
Simposium apa?
Tahun ni lah.
Software engineering, cybersecurity, and strategic planning. And he currently serves as CEO and founder of BSIC, a document intelligence platform where he leads technical innovation alongside his CTO. And Hafiz's diverse background includes roles in solution consulting, ICT strategy, digital presence management. A Google Cloud Innovator and a Cisco Certified Network Associate, he is also recognized for his contributions as AI stewardship and corporate cybersecurity. And he is a multiple award-winning startup leader and active member of Consortium AI Negara and the Gartner Research Circle. So, with that being said, I pass the floor to Hafiz.
All right. Thank you, Angelina, for um, introducing myself. Yeah. So I'll start to share my screen. Thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you had your lunch. You had your rest. Hopefully you're going to. This will be very smooth. We just are going to play around some scenarios, right? Case or use case around document intelligence, especially in construction. Um, to do that, let's see if I can take over the screen share. Okay. Can I just check? You thumbs up? Anyone? All right. Thank you. Okay, so we'll be using Slido throughout the entire webinar. I might have some questions for you all to get involved in, and we try to understand how you use, how you operate, and you can also send your question there. What are this question? Like maybe you have a similar question, or you that a good idea to ask, and you can just uh support other questions and also submit question. You can scan the QR code or from your phone. You can do that on your phone while watching this on your PC, or you can type com and type the number 2417849. So Angelina already briefed what I'm doing. So still in the early stage on building up a startup. Um, we since 2022 at December 22, I started for basic after running my own business in the agency for more a decade, about 10 years plus. So I started now only then creating a product for others. So as an AI stewardship practitioner, I encourage people use AI for good. So that's what we do as a stewardship. And that's why also I'm being part of the AI governance and ethics working group with NIO, and currently also with uh, Malaysia Standard Boards. We're working with another working group to come up with AI standards for the nation. So Consortium AI Negara also consists of other companies, uh, new and established. Uh, we a private arm normally that we work with NIO together to accelerate AI adoption in the country. All right. So beside that, I also do mentorship for students, hackathons. Beside that, contributing peer at Gartner Research Circle. I used to be a consultant. So back in the early days, a consultant for the ICT part in the construction industry. So a little bit outdated knowledge in the construction space. Uh, but I'm in the meeting with, for example, MRCB, for I think several other companies also like Putrajaya Holdings. So those are the company that I worked for before. Not so we not responsible normally in IT. Responsible for normally the Wi-Fi parts, the fiber connection, and to calculate how between LAN port with each other. So that 10 years ago it was is pretty new, but I think for now um it's everything is pretty much wireless I might be wrong. I'm no longer in that industry, but yeah, feel free to share. Whoever doing consultancy in IT for the construction space would love to reconnect. Or share your thoughts about how is it, how the usage of AI, right, and whatnot. Okay, so today we're going to go a little bit of what document is question. So and then the triple threat challenges and what is document intelligence are. And we're going to run three different scenarios and Q&A. As always, feel free to ask question in Slido. Um, Before that, let's check. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Oh shit. Uh, let's check. Who are you guys, right? Only two voted in, and one was typing the number instead. All right, but it's okay. So Anderson is new. So we have Syarikat Syamil Jaya. I'm not sure what your company doing. So maybe try to explain, like, is it roadworks or are you M&E or plumbing and whatnot, right? So consultant company. So consultancy, yeah, we normally there's a consultancy project management consultancy company also, right? And there's a consultant company for the client, the owner of the building, yeah, civil structure engineer, right? And yeah, we want to see what the position of uh yeah, developer. I believe that's in terms of um building developer, right? Not software developer. So developer, for example, Sunderby, IGM, is that what you meant? Right? So, or maybe a smaller one like GUH, right? So those are in my township, right? Normally IGM and GUH is around here. Uh, I know that or are you Eco World or something like that, right? Those kind of things. Um, I'm not sure whether those company are in construction or not, but Sunderby could be. Yeah, we have some um yeah, we have some what 30 plus, about 20 plus minus us, right? So about 30 users. Yeah, feel free to chip in. We continue with this survey while I continue my slides. Um, so what are the triple threat challenges? So normally are audits, right? So this one shortly after we switch the question to which of these cause you the most headache? Dispute, audits, or compliance, right? So normally this would says the main con instruction so says okay, I have 30 days, or and then the main con says, oh, it's actually 14 days and whatnot, right? Or something like that. So that would be you're not making friends anymore. But I also understand in the construction industry is very rough, right? So documentation is very important, I believe so. And based on my experience back then also, there's a lot of paper. Not sure currently still doing hard copy paper, or have you moved into fully digital space? All right, digital signing or whatnot, those kind of things. So we that's very important. So let's say even if you have hard copy paper, those need to be scanned and we see who signed those papers. We can actually extract the signature, whether the document are signed or not. If it's not digitally signed, and then you compare on dispute, trying to find differences, and then and see whether go through the email log, and you need to export the email and whatnot. So in terms of audits also, whether internal or external, you need to produce a report about for documentation, verify cost, progress, and claims perhaps, right? So in terms of complying with the regulation with local authorities or permits or even insurance, and then these are three things that involve a lot of document abuse. So right. So we have some votes coming in about the most headache in your role managing compliance and contracts. So okay, and claims. So not much of audits yet. All right. Okay. Okay. So let's the vote can come in a little bit. How? Yeah, let's try to get participation from you all and see some kind of what kind of audience we're looking for here. Okay, more into disputes. All right. Yeah, the link is available in the comment section. Feel free to jump in and then we still going to do this and see what kind of which one we want to focus on. But anyway, I will start um, to show you an example. All right. So imagine we have several documents, but I don't have in here. I don't have a lot a real example from um, a lot example from a real construction company, but we'll just try a few and we'll try see what's going on. So what I'm doing, I'm dragging and drop several files, right? And we'll be using that for file search. So this is file of mixture, PDF, PowerPoint, Excel, and Microsoft Word. So a nice combination of that. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's the document need to be indexed, so it take a little bit time. Just bear with me a little bit. So it should be ready there. So we'll run some analysis on this document and see. So we have 4 documents in different formats and process over with our simplified version of document intelligence platform. We are working with a newer version coming soon that is more streamlined or without much more clicks. All right. So out of these 4 documents, let's see what's happening. Still thinking. Okay. So we have one generated corporate equivalent. This is corporate policy, 18 pages, about 4,000 words. And a little bit short description about for this document is expense management, strict guideline for expense reimbursement, entry bribery. Okay, and then this is employee timesheet for one of the staff. About 100 words, only one page. Because normally in CSV file we count is a one page. We don't even, let's say you have 1,000 rows or not. It's more on how many words are there or how many rows. So this is a weekly timesheet for OFA. So a progress claim in PowerPoint, all right, and interim payment for Putrajaya Government Tower. Progress claim about 400 words. So yeah, so, and then the expected amount about 4.2 million ringgit. I would let me see if I can share this. I share a screen, right? Share screen. So if I share screen, I should be able to switch that to where is it? Oh, this one. August claim. Okay. So this is the file. Alright. So and then go back to this one. Version order, there was a VO here, 29 pages. And then a data center upgrade. All right, let's do several uh I'll do a summary of if there is any. So we will run several scenarios, whether there's it depends on the document. So we try to be agnostic of because we can not just construction document, it can be any kind of documents. So for this one says that settlement file comply weekly. So there was no inspection report, maybe because I only uploaded 4 files, right? So later we will try another set that have a little bit more and we see the difference in terms of the output, right? So here it always cited when we do an analysis of the document, we cited which document was referred to, right? So that you can know it come from which version order or the CSV file. And this is important for you to do your audit report or to highlight which one where it come from are cited. Okay. So earlier I believe we should be doing dispute and compliance. Okay, so let's see. So in terms of dispute, okay, so let's say if there's a delay here, right? Out of this is progress claim. I'm not sure whether we can able to do that. I think the other side, other set of files will have the delays. Maybe in this variation order, something about it. Okay, yes. Shit. Delay in concrete delivery. Okay, where it come from, right? Item to oh, I cannot open. So what I will do, I will open okay. September 4. Okay. So here you say September 2 supervised river delay in concrete. So this is where it come from, right? So those are the source of the information. Okay, let's try another set of document. I have search. Tender invoice. So this is another company. We should be able to find some issues, non-compliant issues with this document. I believe so. Because the earlier set was a compliant report. They don't have any compliant issues, I believe. So this Maju Jaya builders, we might have. But first of all, let's run an analysis of the document and see all of this and try to understand what is each of it, so that we can understand what we're looking for actually. Okay, okay, we have some employee claim. Okay, 14 pages in employee claim. So obviously, and timesheet says data file. Right, progress claim again in presentation mode. And then this is the policy for the claims. And we have tender document invitation to negotiate. Okay, this tender for tender document invite bids. Okay, and then version order. Then you see 20 pages. So in real scenario, you could be dealing with not just 20 pages, maybe 100 page each, and not just uh, 8 document. It could be you can importing like hundred of files at one time and run the analysis. It take a little bit more time, perhaps depends on how long is the length of the documents, right? So now we have this. Let's see, non-compliant issue, right? So okay, summary of work first. Okay, maybe sometimes they won't know. Okay, let's try the compliance issue. Hmm. Okay, I have a book again. All right. So obviously in variation order, the submission and approval. So there was a submission of because I didn't upload. So due to very little context, so we were asking a big question because but then I only uploaded about 8 files. So some of this could be unanswerable yet. So when you have more, then this should be able to answer the question. Unless if you already have a lot of documents and you seeing this there's no approval, then that's a red flag, right? So there's for here, because we don't have that much of uh document yet. Okay, let's see if there's any operational checklist. We have what actually? Question order, tender document. Okay. Okay, so this operational checklist. Okay, that will be, I believe so. This will be assisting for compliance, right? So let's say, imagine you have a lot of documents or several version order, tender document. We can help you extract your operational checklist during using this way. So then you, rather than going through each of the document and find those in for each section, then we can just extract into a checklist item. Okay. Okay, incident to action summary. So yeah, so every they found it. Invasion order 2, ground contamination, audit record. So still more into display now audit. So let's turn it around and ask, what kind, if let's say, what was your um challenges or in facing dispute, audit and compliance. I mean, you can tell that in the comment section in Teams, or you can submit as a Q&A also. Maybe what would you facing in when the, let's say, dispute and claims, right? What would be the example of your challenges? Then I can play around and try to show an example how we extract that from our set of example file that we have, if possible. Anyone? So it could be something like, let's say, that's your how to deal dispute. I believe that when you have dispute, it's always involve claims, right? And what kind of um files you looking for is when trying to say you are right, in mean that to defend yourself or to protect yourself, your side. Like if you are claiming or you need to disburse the claim, right? Someone claim upon you, but you are disputing the amount they claim to you, right? What would be uh what you like? Oh, this is what I need. So then I can say their claim is not right. This is how it should be claimed, right? This is the amount it should be claimed. So where those, what kind of document normally you looking for, or you wish to find certain information, they are spread across multiple documents. So if you just one document is easy. So let's say it's in the contract. So then we just open our contract and maybe find a certain section, or just go using AI and go through that. Okay, which section tells about the dispute or what kind of claims. But sometimes when the benefit of having document intelligence is your information that you're looking for is spread over multiple places, not just in one document, and could be in different words, right? Instead of saying claims on dispute, the power of AI is that they can figure, okay, there's more other sentences or words that represent dispute and claims. So then we will just let AI figure it out and go through all the document using the mathematical equation to understand that. All right. So you say, okay, let's you find uh this kind of information. So let's say I might have in my examples, right? Or maybe not. So we can, instead of a specific question that we have, right, we can ask on your own, right? You can just like what could be the for example, the simplest way would be just generate a summary of all the documents in one. So that would be, but then this doesn't straight away point out what you're looking for, right? For example, here the earlier that I play around is, so we're looking at specific incident. So if there's a incident across multiple files, then it will be very helpful. Then you have the audit trail table or the evidence table in multiple lines, you see. So across multiple document, we found um, 20 incidences. And then instead of going through each document, then you just imported all those document and use the incident review, and then the incident review output all this information for you. So here we see, okay. So here audit already figure out some of these discrepancies, right? So Borhan Ismail says, I'll see that they are in me. So because the policy says can they can claim up to 250, but amount claim is 300. So a little bit very simple, small amounts that exceed the limit. But then when you have repeated offenses, then you keep thinking like this guy keep claiming more than it should be, right? Or late submission or incomplete documentation. So this is will be very helpful, very easy. And then especially when you have this claim in multiple documents, not just one. So I only have one employee claim. Imagine you have dozen, 20, 100 of employees, right? So you can just upload all or import that from a storage that we supported, right? Then you say, okay, let's audit all the claims and then put our policy there as a ground truth, right? So like single source of truth. So the policy says everything here about the date, about the documentation needed, and about the limits, right? And then we can just you can just upload all employee claim one by one, or even a single Excel file of claim from everyone also can. So it doesn't, you don't need to organize your files. Whether you have a single Excel for all the employees, or you have one employee per Word document or one employee per Excel file. You just dump it and then we can run to the auditor. Then the auditor says, oh, okay, this guy have exceed, this guy's late, and this submission is like not up to the standard, right? Maybe some of these we can, I think we can accept audio questions or feedback or comments, right? If any you want to, rather than just into the Slido, we can take one, whoever that can raise your hand or just unmute and say your feedback, or maybe ask the specific things that you want to see? If possible, I'll try to show it to you.
Hafiz, actually, in the chat box, there is the question from
Okay.
Soheshri. I'm not sure the name, but
Mm-mm.
he or she asked about
Okay.
how about QA/QC findings report. So, does this tool can help us to do findings?
Yeah. So, Mr. Fahmi says, what's the first point? Need to look the document as dispute. Okay. First point, need to look the document as dispute. But so we don't need to think. So we offload the thinking part to the AI. All right. So we just say these are document. All right. We have a dispute. Then we help me solve this dispute. Right. Those kind of things. Uh, and then let's say you already know the claims. Um, and yes, you need to see. You need to look to contradict the contract and the claim or the VO. Right. So yes, I will say upload the contract obviously, and then maybe your company policy also. Then all the claim files and see whether then the claim we just like earlier here we see our document intelligence will see whether the claims are in compliant with the contract uh and also if you upload the policy also, right? Let's say the company handbook or company policy and whatnot, right? And then both are you don't need to say, oh, these are the policy or these are the contract. You just upload it, right? It will figure it out. Just wait when we run that earlier in. That's why we do the analysis first. And I say, okay, so now we upload like 8 files, and then we figure out, okay, these are policy documents, these are corporate policy, or and this is the employee timesheet. So they say, okay, these are the claims, and then these are the contract, or like these are the contract, tender contract and whatnot. So we do a document recognition first. We recognize what you uploaded or what you imported into the workflow. Then from there, we just say, okay, audit the whole thing, right? And then say, okay, we found that it's exceed the limit, it's late, it's incomplete. All right. So that's best. So because I have a limited set of um example files, so we try to okay, let's go back to the other side. I'm not sure whether this will be a compliant company. We try to show two different, one a compliant company, one is not compliant, but maybe there's still non-compliant here. Okay, so how about QA QC findings report? Okay, so that's I'm new to that, so we can try to ask the AI and what is it about. You can just input uh, and you try to figure out what whether you meant the same thing or not, right? Oh, do you mean QA and QC? I think so. Mean quality assurance and quality control. I see. So because you're small, lowercase, I don't couldn't grasp that. So yes, QA/QC will be, yeah, that's possible. So yeah, we can we can make your, so how we do in for each customer, they will have you can craft the workflow. Like say I'm gonna run a QA and QC here, so they will provide that workflow. Okay, so yeah, it seems that we found a violation also. Okay, like here, right? So no Fazira, overcharge rate and missing odometer log. Alright. So how detailed is it? Like the calculated should be 39 ringgit 20 cent, but claim 42. It's obvious. I think back then I used to do that. Okay, just round up a little bit, right? But if you want to very particular about this how they AI can figure it out, like because it's 56 kilometer and then time 0.7. This is from your company handbook perhaps or the policy document, right? And then amount should not exceed 50 ringgit for lunch. I don't know whether it should be or not, right? So then parking aside, missing receipt, so there's no attached receipt or receipt number, uh, and then you say okay where it come from. Sometimes you have a policy that are spread across multiple documents. So not just for this simple example, we have all policy in this just one document. But you could have like one policy is in the contract and the other policy is in the company handbook and the other policy is from like the ABC file, right? Anti-bribery and what the C part, compliance, right? Anti-bribery compliance, right? So you have different policy or throughout different set of document. You need to upload all the policy and then you need to upload the claims. Then you do figure out the comparison between this. Let's see expenditure verification. If there is any um, so now we see there's an expenditure here. I'm sure whether mm, okay. Discrepancy found. Data center upgrade 950,000 VO004. Okay. So yes, we have VO currently under review and not included in the claim, but um this 950 somehow being approved. So this is good. This is part of the gap analysis we found, right? There's no like this the need the approval. There's no approval about it, and we highlighted about that. So imagine you have a lot of going on, and so we AI figure out oh VO004, and then there's the 004 also in this the other document. So it's a contradiction between that, right? Yes, there should be a VO004, but the amount is not yet approved or there's no document supporting approval of that. So this is how we use it, this across two document in one table list. Right. So okay. So this how we do in our document intelligence. So but we are making it more simpler than ever in our upcoming version. All right. So as imagine, we can accept any kind of files, PowerPoint, Excel, PDF. Emails also can be processes. We can also extract data from your SQL or API, and we can take a folder. Not so the one that you're seeing is you need to upload the files, right? But the one we're working now in the background is we can just import straight away from your cloud storage, like say OneDrive, SharePoint, Google Drive, Dropbox, or most of the popular ones, right? So what's happening inside? We do a comparative analysis. We grounded the document to your set of documents. So We reduce or eliminate hallucination, they call it in AI space. So every set of questions are limited to your set of document. As you can see earlier, right? Sometimes when I run the analysis, it say there's no answer beyond it. So that's in shows that uh, our answers are grounded to your set of document. So it doesn't try, okay, oh, there's no answer and try to figure out on your own. Doesn't create dreams, right? We don't do that. So if there's no supporting information about it, it will just say no information available, or highlighted could not find that based on whatever that you supplied. So it always, you can't, it's not like a chatbot that you go to chat GPT or Gemini, say, and then talk about it, right? Then sometimes uh they not limit whatever they, sometimes they try to answer to your document, but if you tend to converse a lot with the AI, they tend to go outside of the path and then try to answer based on whatever the knowledge in the AI itself, or even search the internet. Yes, we can also search the internet if you purposely ask, like, say, for example, this is my um tender document, or this is my a brochure from my supplier, and then we can say, okay, what could be other similar products or other similar players that supply this, and we and put that into the a comparison table for you to see, okay, there's more than just this supplier, right? Or there more than just this one brand that can do that. We'll do a benchmark scoring also. Um, Obviously, we can integrate with your storage, integrate with your application, and then later on, so you can see the it's a more bigger component than what I just show you. Uh, and we can do dashboard that depends on you what you want. That's dashboard. Obviously, we already content agnostic. We can process any document, not just construction. And continuous synthesis mean that if we connect to one of your file, let's say you provide a Google Drive link or a Microsoft Office link to an Excel sheet. So you can keep updating that Excel sheet or Google sheet, and we any changes to that and will reflect to the workflow, and the workflow will trigger what to run. So current normal document that we export is PDF, Excel, and CSV. Um, and also export back to your SQL or send an API call to somewhere that you need it. And then also dump all the output. Let's say you import 100 of files and you say, show me the top 10 uh, document that need correction, for example. Then you output 20 document, right? Or 10 documents, and then that can be dumped into a file. All right. So that's document intelligence. When this is example, we run several process where you can run multiple process, so you can define what you're looking for, whether you want to analyze claims, dispute, or want to do an audit. You can even export a document out of create a document out of the workflow. So some use case that we already have, uh, compliance report drafting, clinical study report, medical research, and well, we also have digital forensic investigation. So it means that you don't know what you're looking for. So that's one of our um, earlier, one of the first use case that we tackle is that, especially in audits or even compliance, right? You have like a bundle of document, but you're not sure what kind of information you're not sure what kind of keywords even. So that's possible. We just how to do it. We just tell about the story, like what's your problem. All right. In this set of documents, say you have a dispute with this subcontractor or this main con, and then you're looking for ways to navigate that, right? And then you just the AI will figure out, okay, and understand each of the document and find where's the loophole perhaps, where's your what kind of leeway you have to navigate the dispute, or let's say you're looking for what are the rules you want to highlight to the one that claim to you, or you want to claim the amount that you wanted to. Then instead of going through the like thousand of pages even, so then our documentation we just point out, okay, based on we found out this particular line item is very biased to you or helpful to you, then you use that, and then you can go back to the original document and find that and point out to your main con or subcon about it, right? So that's the digital forensic harm. You don't know what you're looking for, but then by telling a story. And then we can also do application form qualifier. This kind of like, okay, out of 100 document, which one need to go through, right? Let's say you have a claim that not yet approved. And say out, okay, you have 100 employees claim, submit a claim, and then you just go, these are the policy, and say which one need to reject immediately. So they can put back. So out of the 100, um, maybe to 20, 10, 20 totally reject, you need to submit again, those kind of thing. So that's qualify and say, okay, oh, this one. And then only then run through each of the rest of the claim and say, okay, all good. Or maybe go one line by line also, like each of the claims, okay, this okay, and then this is not okay. And like we see earlier, some of the amounts are exceed certain of the policy say so. All right, so that's our use case, and yeah, just a little bit of AI is the new electricity, just like electricity transform industry. AI will reshape education because we need to know how to use it, right? So um, looking for, let's see if we have any question in the. Okay. Yes, for in terms of security and confidentiality document, we have two options. We understand our customer also like we targeting large enterprise and government, GLC. So if you prefer, you need your data to be um, you not go into the cloud version, yes, we can deploy our document intelligence on premise. We can set up uh, a small workstation in your office if your office is you don't have a data center or you don't have a data server room. Perhaps it will be just a small workstation, can be placed. It will be just another PC in your office also, right? So it will run that. It will be, I believe there will be, if you just you or a small team of your members, then yeah, it can be access to your local network or your Wi-Fi, right? And we just deploy that to, and then you can run your analysis there, and it won't go into our cloud at all. We don't call home at all. Mean that there's no beacon like calling back, sending a data to us in any way. When we set up that machine can be totally isolated unless you need the software to be updated, then we figure out how to connect and we update that the software to a new version perhaps. The um, the benefit of having us on premise, we have on premise like that is a small one that you can put in your a desk. You can have a bigger one in the server room, or even bigger like in the data center. right? So it depends on the use case. But a small one, normally a very small team, right? And then you don't need to pay subscription. It's a one-time cost. That's the machine is yours, the software is yours, right? Then you can realize like there's no we don't usage token. There's nothing about it, right? So that's benefit of having on-premise, and then you have total data sovereignty. Okay, so in dispute, is dispute in application extension of time can be solved with it? Yeah, I believe so. Yes, I think earlier we noticed right about the claims exceeded time, right? So the same um s- logics also happen, right? Um, okay, with it, the other one believe so. Invalid. Okay, no, this one could be it. Okay, late submission. So without saying um it's late, right? We can it will figure out the date themselves. The AI will figure out like you just um your question is whether the claim extension of time. So then we'll apply okay, let's say it should be completed by then they apply for extension of time, how much extension will apply. So as long as the documents are there, right? Okay, original need to complete by 31st August. For example, then there's another document say they apply for extension, and there's another document say there's a extension approved. And let's say they apply for 30 days, approved for 14 days. So they say it's extended 14 days. So it counted by that, and then by then the claim whether the claim is 16 days after or that, so it's a bit more than the allowed because they said they apply today but you only give 14 days, but then they submit the claim a little bit more than that. So yes, that's possible, right? To given a set of data, I believe it's possible to run. To in our cloud, we are currently doing a wait list, right? So if you want, then you can apply our wait list and let me know. Send us an email. You join the webinar, uh, and then send us to hello@basic.app. You say about you join the webinar and you want to be in the waitlist, but also apply the waitlist, and then we try to accelerate your to join the waitlist. Once you get into the waitlist and we have a slot for you to join in, we will give you um a free trial. You can play around and send upload some of the files on your own, right? And play and see whether extension of time can be solved with this. If works, then you subscribe, right? So we're doing that on the shortlisted basis. We see um there's a real use case for you, and then whether you want the cloud version or you want the on-premise version, then we can talk afterwards, right? Maybe you want to try it first. So whoever apply for the waitlist, um, will get a free access to use for a while, right? We don't have like specific time. It's more on the usage base. Like normally, we give out about $100 of credits to play around as whatever process. So we are based on uh, usage credits, right? The more document, it takes a little bit more usage tokens. But if it's one use, you do a on-premise deployment, you don't need to care about the tokens anymore. All right. So, any more questions? Sure. Okay. So a quick one, if you would like to, I would like to see what kind of your AI user are you, right? When the last time you use AI? Chip in your feedback here. Do you use it today, yesterday, right? So then we see, okay, what some not every day, right? It's like for me, I use it every day. So, but not everyone. I also I met someone that haven't used AI for a year. So, some surprising for me for people in the AI space, but for normal people, maybe it's not surprising. Feel free to still submit a question also. This one answered and this one answered. I think we give 2 minutes more. If there's a question, yes, you can follow us on LinkedIn. I know we drop a link in chat box. Um, and then and the wait list will be posted on our LinkedIn. We'll be sharing the wait list sign up form on our LinkedIn. So I believe whoever that interested to try it out, our newer version, not just the current version that I just demo to you. Um, we can have a more the new one that from the slide that I showed you earlier. That will be more comprehensive solution. All right, and can also export a report out of that, not just produce an analysis. Join our waitlist. To do that, we're working hard to update the forms. But you can follow us on LinkedIn for now, and then once you once we have it, then you get notified from on LinkedIn about the forms availability, or you can drop us an email at hello@basic.app, and then we try to reach out to you when the waitlist is available to join in. All right then. I think Angelina, we can pass back to you.
Right. Thank you. Hafiz, I actually have one quick question. So, what does make it different um, between the AI document intelligence that physics has compared to the other AI that we have outside? So, of course, we have the well-known ChatGPT, we have the Gemini, we have the DeepSeek, and some more. And as far as I am aware of, they could also perform these functionalities. But what makes it different for physics?
Yes. Sometime they might have, might not, depends on the which plan you have, right? And then we are focusing on document space alone, and we can do on premise. There's one differences, right? So for ChatGPT, I believe so most people that they wouldn't want to risk their data in the cloud, right? So they wouldn't want to upload that into ChatGPT or Gemini or cloud. So you can do that on premise for that. So that's one of the differences. But we can also one of our is that you don't need to prompt so much. Uh, Even let's say unless you know how to do LLM prompting very well, then there's a different, not the audience that we sell. Right? We're looking for someone uh, that in any other space, right? But want to utilize the power of AI without having the learning curve of what to ask and how to prepare the data or whatnot. So we eliminate that. So just upload or connect your storage, and we just define in the simplest way, but we from there we do a background, in the background we do enhancement of how what you actually looking for. So there's a just a earlier show that we actually do document recognition first, understand. So if you just upload one document or even multiple document in chat gpt, but then um not asking the right question wouldn't output the answer, and then and not in the way that you expect also. So we try to position output the answer to be helpful for you, so that it um make your job easier, right? You just straightforward uh what you're looking for and where it come from. So it's very centric to the document space.
Okay, thank you. Right, so yeah, let me share my screen back. Uh, mhm. Right. In wrapping up the session, we have been treated to a session, and there was both. There was very informative. So a special thank you goes to our speaker for sharing his valuable insights. So, do you have any words that you would like to say, please?
Thank you everyone for the attention that you gave. For those that participating, sending question and participating in the surveys, appreciate that very much. Please follow us, and stay tuned for our update as we're releasing our an updated version. That will make it way simpler, much more easier for you guys to do document intelligence analysis.
Right. Um, Additionally, we have also a moment ahead as we present a certificate of appreciation to Hafiz for his contribution as today's guest speaker. So, here, yeah, this is your answer. I will be
Thank you.
contacting you, right?
Thank
Um,
you.
right. Ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude our webinar, let's let all of us capture this moment with a virtual group photo. With that, I invite the attendees to open their camera.
Hmm, no camera.
Okay, right. So I have 4 slides over here. Okay. Uh, Let me screenshot on the first slide. Okay, everyone. Okay, hello. Sorry. Uh, lost my connection.
Okay.
Anyway, second slide. Okay. Let me screenshot. Okay, third slide and last slide. Okay. Okay. So anyway, before we depart, we would like to share some of our services currently. Uh, Currently, we have uh, we do like to share some services, and if any of you are interested to for demo, you're interested to participate our trainings, can you contact us? Right. So currently we have Primavera Physics, we have Synchro 40 Pro, and you can scan the QR code displayed here to register or reach out to us through email or contact the number that has shown here. So anyway, last but not least, to ensure that we accurately track your attendance and provide you with the e-certificates, please kindly scan the QR code and fill in your the attendance form from the available screen. And lastly, a big thank you to our wonderful audience for joining us. Your participation and engagement has made this webinar a success. And we hope you leave today with a deeper understanding on the document intelligence. I believe this would save us a lot of time rather than manually spending going through a lot of documents, tons of documents. So uh, go digital. And once again, thank you all of you for being a part of this enlightened session. And we look forward to see you for future webinars. Please keep in touch with us. And on behalf of PCSS, stay safe and see you soon.